In the picturesque coastal town of Kalbarri, Western Australia, I met a guy who loves cars.
Hi, my name's John Kupke.
He's got a hot rod, a massive garage for all his gear, and of course, some decorative rust buckets. He collects them.
I don't really collect them, I just accumulate them. I just get them.
Oh, he accumulates them.
Yeah.
But his pride and joy has got to be his one-of-a-kind replica of Mad Max's V8 Interceptor.
Call him Max. So yeah, I used to live in Broome in the 90s, and I had a mate up there, Adam Smith, and he accumulated this car, and he knew that I could turn it into the Mad Max car. I think he was going to throw it to the tip. He reckons he wasn't, but anyway, somehow I bought it off him for $50. Had no motor or gearbox in it or anything like that, and I'm not really a Ford guy. I like Holdens, and I didn't really want to do it up, but I thought if I could do it up as the Mad Max car, I can get away with it being rusty and old, and I don't have to spend thousands and thousands of dollars on it, and to achieve what I wanted to do with the car, and that was to turn it into the car out of the movie and to make it do burnouts, burnout car. So my Mrs. Deb had a ZJ Fairlane, and when we come down to Kalbarri, it got a yellow sticker on it. And again, like I said, I'm not really a Ford guy, and I couldn't be bothered removing the sticker, so we wrecked the car, and the running gear of that vehicle came out, and we put it into the Mad Max coupe behind me. The coupe's it's a 351 FMX with a Ball Warner differential. That's the running gear. So the car itself is an XC, it's not an XB. The car in the movie was an XB coupe, fastback they call them. They don't even call them coupes, they're supposed to be fastbacks, that's their proper name. And so this one's a 1976 XC fastback. So the difference is probably externally is the indicators, indicator on the front panel, and then inside it's the dash. The XB's got a cockpit type dash, and this one's just got like a flat dash across it. I've got a GS dash in it, and I could have got hold of a GS XB dash, but geez, that's a lot of work for me to put it in, so I didn't do it. And I probably should have grabbed it in hindsight, because that was 10-15 years ago, and now to get that dash now, it'd be really hard to get, so I sort of messed up.
So you cut the hole in the bonnet yourself?
Yeah, that was scary, because I'll tell you why. So the bonnet in the movie, the car's a GT bonnet, and so I had to to make the car look like the car in the movie, I had to go and find a GT bonnet, which are very rare and very expensive. And so I ended up making the bonnet out of 3 GS bonnets. And I did find what was left of a GT bonnet. The GT bonnet has got these things in.
Yeah.
Right? And they lock the bonnet pins, they're called. And the GS bonnets have just got the vents with no GS pins. So anyway, I made 3 bonnets. The ones I had were all rusty down the front here. This is all a section that someone's cut in and welded it on. Anyway, so I had this, when I had it all done up, I had this beautiful GT bonnet, and to make the car look like the car out of the movie, I had to cut a hole in it. And so here I am. I actually thought, shit, do I cut this GT bonnet or not? Because I know, it's thousands of dollars worth of bonnet. So, but ultimately, to turn it into the car, I had to do it. Yeah, so out come the angle grinder, and just sort of begrudgingly let it rip. The car, the engine cost us about $4,500 in the 90s to rebuild it. It still goes very well. I've just got a little baby Holly 4-barrel 465 on it with vacuum sex, and it's just got extractors on it. The exhaust, I had a good friend of mine, Peter Kelly in Broome, a Boilermaker, and Pete zapped up the exhaust system for me. We used 50mm steel fence posts, like the fence posts on your fence here, and Pete bent it, and we cut it, scribed it to fit. So it's the exhaust system is an old set of pacemaker headers that someone gave to me. They had holes in them, so we patched up the holes, put collectors on them, and then we put the fence posts on them, and had a 4 into each extractor, four into one, and then it came back out into the 4 pipes on each side. So we put there's no mufflers, and we put a balance tube between the two twin systems. So it's just a straight through exhaust system with balance tube in the middle. And so it's very loud. Would never get put on the road. It would be totally illegal. So, but I never built the car to put it on the road. I just built it to do skids and to go to car shows and to make it look like the car out of the movie. And I have had it at a car show, and the whole day we were there, people were standing around it the whole day. It had a big crowd. There were thousands of dollars worth of cars there, and this car really pulled the looks and the crowd, you know. It was probably the cheapest car at the car show. So yeah, that was quite interesting.